beautiful. All right, okay, so first up tonight, I'd like to introduce the creator of this beautiful slideshow, Olivia Larrabee? Larrabee, all right!
Anna's one of my best friends. I love you, Stephen, but I'm here for her. I literally have never been to a bigger rehearsal dinner. Raise your hand if you've ever been to a bigger rehearsal dinner. Yeah, nobody. These two are so loved. I just want y'all to take a minute. I know y'all went around the room and said hi to everyone, but just look around and remember these faces. We are here for you guys as you enter into covenant, marriage, any one of these people you can call. We love you so much. If you know Anna and I's friendship, you know that we love to backpack. We got to go on the AT a couple times together. Every single time, we hate it midway through, and we start walking way faster than we planned to, and get out a day early. But then also have like months of PT recovery afterward. So I owe a lot of debt to Anna's parents for those physical therapy bills. I don't know how much they were, and I don't want to know, but thank you. Stephen, get good health insurance. Okay? No, but Anna, there's never a challenge that Anna hasn't met. She loves so hard. She works out hard. We saw that photo, and so does Stephen. No, really, getting to knowing Anna and being close to her is a gift. I feel like it was a divine gift from the Lord that I got to know Anna really intimately. My junior year of college, we got to share a bunk bed together in a house with like 8 other girls. It was so fun. But she loves so deeply and really tangibly. Anna, you guys all know this. If Anna gives you food, you eat it. You don't ask what it is. You probably can't pronounce it. You just eat it, and it's gonna be great. And Stephen, I feel like you love really tangibly too, and so it's an honor to see a man who stands by my best friend and loves her really tangibly, because I've gotten to experience tangible love from her that I can't return. I'm like, she loves way better than anyone else I know, other than maybe Jesus. And so to see someone love her so tangibly in return is so, so beautiful and an honor, and just makes me really excited for tomorrow and for the rest of our lives. It's really an honor. So cheers to Anna and Stephen. Cheers to tomorrow. We love you guys.
Maybe I need to wrap this around, don't I?
All right, thank you, Olivia. So next up is Logan Yerby. Oh, that's me. Hi. So I did try to keep this under 5 minutes, so we'll see how we do tonight. So my name, as I said, is Logan, and Stephen, along with Austin, Ashton, and Michael back there, we all went to Berry College together. Now, we were all in each other's wedding parties in some form or another, but Stephen is the only one of them brave enough to let me speak. Thanks to him, I'm glad to finally have a platform to share my completely unfiltered thoughts. Now, these thoughts have been kept under tight wraps to the point where even my own wife doesn't even know what I'm about to say. But don't worry, I'll explain this all with anecdotes. First of all, Stephen and Anna are pretty cool people. They're not only cool people, but they're the sort of friends everyone deserves to have in their lives. Stephen's one of the kindest human beings I've ever known, and I'd be hard-pressed to find someone who cares as deeply for those close to them as Stephen does. You know that saying, so-and-so will give you a shirt off their back? Well, in my case, Stephen's shirt would look like a ball gown on this slight frame, so instead he's gone the extra mile in other ways. Some of you may know that Stephen has lived in a beautiful but cozy studio condo since college. One year I came to visit him, and it was decided I would stay with him in this condo. Perfect, I think. He probably has a blow-up mattress or a sleeper sofa. Worst comes to worst, I can sleep on the couch for the weekend. I mean, I'm 23, my back still works. Well, we get ready to go to bed that night, and he turns to me and tells me, oh, I can have his bed. I think We'll just share the bed. I mean, been there, done that, right? No, Stephen says. He'll just sleep in his recliner. It's very comfortable. So here I am, curled up in my friend's probably, hopefully, freshly washed bedding in his apartment. And nearly right next to me, I see Stephen Jenkins in total dad mode. Fully reclined, blankie on, mouth wide open. In the moment, I remember thinking with a smirk, of course he would do that. But now looking back at it, I see it for what it was and who Stephen is. Of course he would do that. And that's one of the most frustrating and wonderful things about the man you're marrying. I hope you never lose sight of the love he has for everyone in his life, including you. If it's within his means, he will do the best for the people in his life, even at times to his own inconsequential detriment. All right, second story, real quick. Kind of longer, real quick. Stephen and Anna are, as I like to say, cool as cucumbers. And that's something I desperately need to learn. I'll give you an example. There we were, getting ready to leave for Stephen and Anna's wedding shower. We got up that morning, had a nice breakfast together with George and Sarah, and we had plenty of time to get going to the shower. Stephen and I were going to get there 30, 45 minutes early to help set up. Or so I thought. Midway that morning, Stephen was asked to run a quick errand that would take hopefully 15 minutes. Well, that 15 minutes turned into 30, that turned into an hour. At a certain point, I just assumed that we had fallen prey to the maze that can be Target. Only after Anna asked where he was did I allow myself to check in with him. So I found that naturally, a quick trip to the store turned into 3 quick trips, and he still hadn't found what he needed. Y'all, it was time to go. Stephen was still away, and my anxiety sweat was at critical mass. We have to be there early. What does Anna do? She just calmly lets him know, it's okay. He can't finish the errand, whatever. Just come home. There. Easy. Well, fast forward another long 15 minutes, and Stephen eases himself in the house, up the stairs, takes his time, and comes down in only his pants. I was fixing to walk the damn bridge. At this point, we were officially late for being early. I was losing it. We then realized that, wow, we were going to be just on time. So Anna says, let's all ride together. After a quick shirt ironing, out the door we went. Finally, my heart rate slows just a little, and we get in the car and head to the shower. Here I was freaking out about being late, and you know what terrible thing happened after all of this? Nothing. The shower was wonderful. Everyone had a great time. And throughout the entire process, Stephen and Anna both remained cool as cucumbers. No amount of panicking would have changed the outcome, and they understand to roll with the punches and take life one lick at a time. That's the lesson I'm trying to learn from them, and another reason these two are so great to be around. Frustrating things can happen every day, but it's how you handle these circumstances that can truly show who a person is. Anna and Stephen are prime examples of someone who can take life like water off a duck's back. Talk about a foundation for a strong relationship. What? Can you help me introduce them?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. Good deal. I'm going to travel just a little bit in here. Thank you.
Hey, there we go.
So to close out, there are a few people in my life who mean as much to me as you do, Stephen. And Anna, you already mean a whole lot to me and Abby both after only a year and change of knowing you. I'm so excited to see what life holds for you, your beautiful new home, and your approximately 360 cubic feet of raised garden beds. With that, I think there is only one thing left to do. To Stephen... No, Abby, this is for Ashton's number. To Stephen and Anna. All right. So next up we have Kelly Davis.
Over the years, I've had the front row seat to watch her growing up. As many of you know, Anna is an avid Taylor Swift fan. Though I don't understand her love of T-Swift. T-Swift recently had an Eras tour, so I thought it'd be fun to go on the Eras tour of Anna tonight. So, first up is Anna's moody era. Who knew someone could ace the art of eyeliner and dark skinny jeans? As a middle schooler, Anna absolutely refused to smile in pictures, a classic adolescent move. She took her role as a moody teenager very seriously, listening to Fiona Apple all the time. I recently called Dad and Sarah to talk about this phase, and Sarah told me she was sweating just thinking about it. And Dad said something along the lines, do we even want to remember that era? They went on to recall how Anna had a dress code in school at the time, but she took her tights and intentionally put holes in them. Anna, we are so glad that you grew out of the movie. Which leads us to our next era, the rat era. Oh, that was nice. If you know Anna, you know that she had this obsession with rats and all. It started, I believe, in high school. According to Sarah, she submitted to UrbanDictionary.com a phrase known as rat king, when a group of rats become attached to each other by their respective tails. Anna, you're going to have to fill everyone on the rats. Though I still have questions, it felt like everything had the word rat attached to it. Dad had moved me up to Philly, and there was a construction union protesting work with a giant inflatable rat, and Dad goes, we gotta get a picture of this for Anna. Who becomes obsessed with rats? Anna does.
Yes, she does.
This was a very great phase, Anna. I'm glad you found prettier animals like Katara. Stephen, I give you full veto power over influencing your future kids being rat obsessed. Then there was the CrossFit era. This has been my least favorite era. It was CrossFit or not. That's how I felt being your sister during this era. On one family vacation to Idaho, Anna convinced my dad to drive her 45 minutes to the middle of nowhere so she could attend a CrossFit class right after we got off the plane. She had mapped out the distance between the airport and Coeur d'Alene where there was a CrossFit gym because she couldn't miss a day. She continued all vacation to have one of her parents drive her every morning to CrossFit. Who does that on vacation? CrossFit era Anna does that on vacation. Anna, we've talked about this before. You get this intense workout love from Jack. We all have memories of him pumping weights growing up. On the day of his funeral, we got up at 6 a.m. to go to Orange Theory, and we knew Jack would be proud. Though you've shown me how to prioritize moving my body and being strong as a woman, I'm glad you've moved on to more normal things like running. Now this brings us to the sister era. Anna has her own, we call each other sisters. She has her own language. Anna has her own language. She makes up names and talks to her dog, and sometimes rats with sounds. You all know what I'm talking about. I somehow got that nickname Killzone, which somehow evolved into Zone, then it was Zoney. If she had to file a missing persons report for me with the police, no one would have any idea who she was talking about because the names are so convoluted. But I really love this quality about Anna because it makes me feel seen and special. And consistently over the years, you've gone to great lengths to continue to make each one of us feel seen and special. You've made it clear that Christmas isn't Christmas unless we're together. Sorry. And we've become closer than ever over the last 5 years. Going on family vacations together, visiting one another in each other's cities, supporting one another through relationships, and walking through the loss of Jack together. I've seen you grow into a woman who loves herself, you love others, and you love God in a big way. I can say watching you grow up and turn into the woman you are is one of my favorite parts of this family. You're the best little sister anyone could ask for. Last, but certainly not least, is the final era, the Stephen era. Which is why we are all here. So, I came home in June for Father's Day 2 years ago, and while Anna was getting ready one morning, she asked me to swipe for her on a dating app because she said she wasn't the best at picking out men. I was laying in her bed, and I said, Anna, I just swiped on the left on this guy. His name is Steven. He likes the outdoors. He's a Christian, and he's tall. He seems really, really nice. And we matched. By the time she was leaving to head back to Knoxville that day, Steven had restaurant, and Anna was smiling and giddy with excitement. Fast forward to the following April, Anna and Stephen went to New York, where my best friend Brandon and I met them for 30 hours. Stephen had graciously bought us Broadway tickets, and when we arrived at the show, Stephen realized he bought the wrong date. Yeah. He felt terrible, and Anna just kept laughing because this was a classic George move. We had been prepared for this our whole lives. So we pivoted and went to some Alice in Wonderland theme bar. I was way too old for this. There was DJ music playing so loud that I asked if we could sit outside. Stephen, you said something to me that night. You said, Kelly, I want to get to know you. You are Anna's big sister, so that means I want to know you too. That struck a chord with me because you not only wanted to know Anna, but you also wanted to know the people she loved. I love, Stephen, how intentional you are with your family, with your friends, and my sister. You love big, just like Anna, and I'm so glad y'all picked one another. I'm excited to gain a brother tomorrow. Stephen and Anna, I will always be in both of your corners. Love to you both, and cheers to the future era of Stephen and Anna.
Sweet. Kelly, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. Next up, on the groom's side of things, we have Max Weibel. Come on up.
Hello everybody, Max Weibel, friend of Steven's. So happy to be here. First of all, just want to thank Bob and Chrissy for a great night. This has just been so much fun, and just such a good time with friends and family. And then George and Sarah looking forward to tomorrow. So it's just such a great weekend. Travis asked me if I had anything prepared, and I kind of know where this is starting and where it's ending. So we're gonna work through this. So first of all, I thought it'd be a fun group exercise. Probably some people in the room who may not know Steven as well. And everybody's talking all these nice things about you. I think we go through some of your faults. I don't think we need to do this as a group, but if anybody wants to chime in, feel free. One thing, and I love you, Steve-O, but geographic directions. There's some work to do. And I just kind of thinking of my friendship with Steven, the amount of parking garages, parking lots, stadiums, and parking lots, and parking garages that we've wandered through looking for a car. It's like, Anna, as a tip, drop a pin. You park the car, just pull out the phone, drop a pin. Because I think I could save you some time, and maybe a little bit, maybe get you there somewhere on time. One time stood out. We were going, I think, maybe to a race. We go to the Market Square garage, and Steven said, I'm parked on the top floor. So we go to the top floor, we go to the fifth floor, the fourth floor, the third floor, the second floor, the first floor. We leave the garage because maybe I'm not parked in the garage. We come back to the garage, we start on the first floor, second floor, third floor. Turns out we were on the top floor, we just missed it. And I think we even walked by a homeless guy who said, are you lost? But that mostly is the end of the roast, and now we're going to do the toast. Something that does stand out and kind of humorous, but also when Steven is lost, he always just walks confidently. And I think, that's very emblematic of the person that he is. He's very intentional. And just trust that, especially in y'all's marriage. That's just such a special quality. Just knowing where you're going. Maybe not in parking lots, but just knowing where you're going. I think that only been married for 2 years myself, but it could be real helpful. So I guess just kind of to sum this up, some advice my dad and my also father-in-law gave me before I got married to my wife was Marriage is gonna be hard enough. Just don't make it any hard. Try not to make it too much harder on each other, because there's gonna be some tough times. But it's also just so much fun. You find your person, and something that always stands out to me when I think about marriage is there's a quote from Warren Buffett, something to the effect of, if you pick the right spouse or if you pick the right partner in your life, you really kind of have the game won, and everything else is on house money. So I don't have a drink. I was going to order one when I came up here. But so here's to you guys. Here's the winning, and just really looking forward to tomorrow.
Thank you, Max. All right. I guess this is really a roast at this point. The roast of Stephen and Anna continues with Mary Eveline. Come on up.
I'm not funny enough to do a roast. I'm so sorry. Okay, hi. My name is Mary Evelyn, and I grew up behind Anna as her neighbor when I moved to River Oaks, shout out, in 2006. Yes, and I did a little math. And Anna and I have been friends, and let's be honest, during middle school we were enemies for 18 years. The emo, what was the era? The Voodoo era, really. That's all. But anyway, I have the honor of standing next to Anna tomorrow as she commits to spending the rest of her life with Steven. And being in a bridal party, I think just brings up lots of memories, especially if you have been friends with someone for as long as we've been friends. And so when I was trying to put this speech together, I just had all these stories that came up, and so I just wanted to tell a couple. And they don't really have a theme or anything together, so anyway. So I have a memory from every phase of life that I've shared with Anna, and so the first one is from when we started to become friends in elementary school. I was homeschooled, and I'm pretty sure Anna was going to CPA at the time. And we did everything together. We had a little neighborhood gang, and I remember calling Anna's home phone every day, hearing one of her parents pick up the phone and always asking, "Can Anna play today?" A few weeks ago, Anna and I were talking about growing up together and sharing memories, and I don't remember which one of us, but one of us remarked that we were kind of like sisters. And looking back on the years of our relationship, I really do think that's true. Proven by the fact that Anna calls me Mary, and nobody does that except for my family. So, sister status achieved. In middle school, Anna started going to Brentwood Middle School, and I had started going to CPA. And we, of course, were so obsessed with each other, we had to keep hanging out every single afternoon and recount our stories of middle school drama. And the boys we had crushes on, the girls who were bullying us, the best friends, and all the things. It was this year that Anna exposed me to icon Taylor Swift. She and I both had crushes on boys who didn't know we existed, and Hey Steven was our anthem that year. This has proven to be Anna's more expensive mistakes because I keep accidentally paying way too much to go see Taylor Swift in concert. And then I have too many high school memories to pick from, but we spent lots of time ripsticking. We went to a Waffle House. We, hung Enos in our high school atrium, so we were just up to shenanigans all the time. But I remember in the fall of our freshman year of college, Anna and I both ended up being home for the first time on a weekend. And she came over to my house, and we sat on my bed, and we caught up about college and just all of the challenges, successes, worries, and all the new friends we made. And we talked late into the night, and I'll never forget when Anna left, she said to me, it's so special to have a friend where you cannot be around them for a long time. Sorry, well, okay. And when you come back, it's like nothing has changed. And I have used that as a benchmark for my relationships ever since. One last memory that I would like to share before I wrap it up. As you can imagine, 18 years of friendships comes with about as many years of dating and heartbreak. We've walked each other through crushes, relationships, and breakups. And in the fall of 2022, I had moved home to Nashville, and Anna was also in town. She came over and told me about this guy that she was seeing, and I'm pretty sure you all have been seeing each other for maybe 2 to 3 months, but the way that you were talking about this guy piqued my interest. it was different, and I remember I remember thinking, there are no red flags. He sounded incredible, respectful, fun, and intentional. And when Anna left my house that day, I remember telling my mom, I think this guy is really different. I'm so excited for her. And of course, all of you know that man was Stephen. Stephen, in the short time I've known you, you've displayed all the qualities I want my best friend to marry. You are kind, thoughtful, intentional, and a man pursuing the Lord. As someone who has spent years praying for the right man for my sister, I couldn't be more grateful that the Lord brought you into Anna's life. And so I just want to close because if you know Anna, you know that she loves liturgies. And so I found a little snippet of a liturgy that is actually called For Feasting with Friends. And so I just wanted to read that over all of us as we kind of go into tomorrow as a celebration, but mostly Anna and Stephen. So I'll just start. In this celebration, we declare that evil and death, suffering and loss, sorrow and tears will not have the final word. But the joy of fellowship and the welcome and the comfort of new friends and old, and the celebration of these blessings of food and drink and conversation and laughter are the evidences of things eternal, and are the first fruits of the great glad joy that is to come and that will be unending. So I can't wait to celebrate you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Beautiful speech. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Rhett.
I'm Rhett. First met Stephen as his roommate in the Knoxville Fellows. We became pretty close friends. Spent a lot of time together, close quarters. Oftentimes it was us at the loft. Everybody else had gone, and it was just me and him hanging out for the weekend. And we spent a lot of time bonding over our shared love of the Vols. We've had a lot of memories watching the Vols, some good, like the Dobbs Hail Mary Georgia game. I was in the house, theater room. We lost our minds that night. Lost our minds. I'll never forget that. But bonded over the Vols, bonded over being instigators. We both like to instigate situations and people in our lives to do some silly stuff. And we bonded over food. Me and Stephen have smashed so much food together. No doubt. We've spent some time at like a wing festival. We both crushed like 30 wings and then passed out. We have a time-honored tradition to go celebrate our August birthdays at Braziro's and eat as much meat as we can possibly eat. The one thing too that we bonded over is our love of the Lord, and we have spent a lot of time talking about our faith and pushing each other and discipling one another, and that is what I value most of our friendship. Is I can always turn to you, and you always point me to Christ, and I hope I do the same for you. But it was at one of these Braziro's meetings, eating meat, where Stephen casually drops, hey, I've been seeing this girl for a few months now. I was like, a few months? Like, I've been on the journey with you. Like, Stephen saw a lot of girls and was like very decisive and very patient and knew what he wanted. And so when he said a few months, I was like, well, this must be for real, because I ain't met any of these girls. They're usually gone in a couple weeks. Like, this one must be legit. So, I don't mean to call you out there, Steve. But no, I think it speaks to you, man. You know you knew what you wanted, and you didn't settle. And so I was like, I'll go home to my wife, and I was like, Steve's been seeing this girl for a few months now. I think this is legit. I think this is serious. And so a few months later, we're both going to Hamilton at the Tennessee Theater, and we're like, oh, we're gonna meet Anna. We're gonna meet this girl. And I remember walking in the restaurant, seeing you two together, and just the joy on your faces. and how you looked at each other, it just, I knew instantly. I was like, that's it. He's found me. Like, it was awesome. It was so awesome to see. Just you could tell you really loved her. And that's who you are, man. You are so kind. You are so generous. You have a gift for hospitality. Like, no one can be in your presence and not feel welcome, part of the family. And that's just a gift. And you love the people that are important to you so well. And I know that you're going to continue to do that with them. So, cheers to you guys. Cheers. May the Lord bless your marriage. May you keep him at the center of it. May you keep your eyes fixed on him. We're always here for you. Look forward to hanging out some more. So cheers.
Well done, Rhett. Well done. All right. Prepare for trouble and make it double. We have Travis and Corey.
Alright, like he said, I'm Steven's older brother Travis. This is his younger brother Corey. For you guys that don't know me, I'm a baseball coach. And so when I'm making my lineup, my sixth hitter, not great. So I hope nobody's expecting a home run right now. So I'm going to let Corey start, and I'm going to bring her home.
Like Travis said, I'm Corey. Did y'all see that adorable blonde baby up there? No, that was me. So November 11th, 1995, the world was happy. I was being born. And so I come to the world, and everyone's gleeful. Celebrity over here, Steven sees me, and what do you say? I don't like him, and I don't want him. Steven, I've been waiting 28 years to get this mic to talk to you. So, first of all, whenever we get a platter of dip, you don't have to put that much on a chip, man. If you've ever had chip and dip with Steven, it's like overflowing off his chip. And most of the time you run out of chips. With Steven, you run out of dip. It's insane. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to rush you. So I wasn't going to get sentimental, but I thought about it. Ever since I was born, I've probably been your longest roommate. First 12 years of our life, we had this little twin bed, side by side. I can remember like yesterday. I was an annoying little kid. Steven had anger issues. I played that to a T. To the point where he'd be screaming and getting in trouble. And that was my goal. I was like, if I can get Steven in timeout or grounded, I'll win the day. I got it. But at the same time, even though he knew I was a snotty-nosed kid, I loved stuffed turtles. Every night, he would take one of those turtles and act like it was my imaginary friend, all the way till I went to bed. Sometimes as a kid, you're like, oh, that's so cute. And now I'm like, that was special to me. You were always someone who broke barriers for me. I always looked up to you. You played the sports I wanted to play. I'd go to your games and watch you. I'm like, I want to be like Steven. He's so tall and muscular. And now I'm kind of good. But then we got to the point, you got busy. We worked together for a while. I remember when he got into CrossFit, it was so funny because he told me he could do a handstand. He could not do a handstand. You see Steven go, he's like, look at handstand. Down. And then he broke the wall. I got to go to Barry. He was the one that did all the legwork with Dad to get us out to college. He never bought me a beer. Okay? I promise. They may have. Steven was good. I've always looked up to you. You've been a great influence. Always checked in on me. Been blessed to have you as an older brother. Anna, I love you to death. I know it's probably terrifying coming to a family of 4 brothers. And it probably still is terrifying. You don't know what you're going to get. We don't have a ton of stories together, but the one I love is I thought I had you Taylor Swift tickets for like this much time. And the joy and the excitement you had just jumping up and down. I looked at Drillis, I was like, is she serious? What's she doing? But then I found out that's who you are. You're so joyous, you're so loving, you love life, you love God, you love Stephen, and we love you. You love my baby girl Hampton, you love all the girls, all Bobby, and I couldn't imagine a better person for Stephen. Someone that sweet, contagious, and the rest of your life, I'm here for you. My wife Drillis is here for you. My baby's here for you if you want to babysit. If you want to try it out, if you're ever like, man, I want to baby, you can have Hampton for a couple of days. Just try it out. Let me know. But I love y'all. I'll always be here. I'm going to pass the mic to Travis. So here you go.
All right, so kind of in a similar vein as Corey, I mean, I know 90% of y'all don't know our family dynamic, but Stephen and I's birthday is 4 days apart. He's born on the 16th of August, I was born on the 20th. So my earliest memory of Stephen is my mom rolling him up to my birthday at McDonald's, newborn, and completely ruining it. So it's taken me 32 years to forgive him for that. So I'm sorry, Stephen. But seriously, Stephen, like Rhett said, he played the field for a little while, and we met Anna. I was like, I wonder how this is going to work. You guys that don't know my brother Stephen so well, calling him clumsy would be generous. So within a couple of months of knowing Anna, she had a badly sprained ankle, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be perfect. So tomorrow, when you utter those in sickness and health vows, really, really think about it. Okay? So, but in a more serious vein, I know I've never told Stephen this privately and definitely not publicly, but my brother Stephen changed my life. There was a point in time where I was a newlywed, I had a new baby, I was in school, and I was overweight, out of shape, like 30 pounds heavier than I am now. And Stephen's like, dude, come across with me, work out. And it seriously, it changed my life. It's become such a part of my life now. And Stephen saved me. And just kind of to play that forward, marriage is very hard. Okay, it's stressful. You get in situations like that. And I know I speak for myself and the rest of my family. We cannot wait to support you guys through the good times and the bad times. So, thank you guys.
All right, thank you, Travis and Corey. Next we have Catherine. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Catherine, and it's so fun to hear about all the different eras of Anna, because I feel like even though I didn't know her through all the eras, I still see glimpses of each era in Anna, and I met her, I think, in the height of her rat era, because I forgot about all this until just now, but really, you were obsessed with rats. My name's Catherine, and she called me Cathrat for a long time. And her love of rodents is truly fitting, because I've lived with Anna for a while in college, and we lived in a house at one point of 8 girls. We did not have 8 bedrooms. I want to say we had like 4. And so we turned the upstairs attic into, the hallway was my bedroom, and the room on the other side of my hallway was Anna's room. And we lived up there like that for at least a year and a half maybe. And we had lots of rodents. We had some stray cats that would hang out on the roof and fight. It was wild. We had a bat at one point swooping through our little attic space. And then we had a big rat. When they finally caught the thing, it was massive. But we would be laying in our beds and you could hear it like skittering through the walls. And Anna would like run into my room. She would go, "Do you hear?" That voice. Of course, we always trap some things out. And I remember thinking, sister, if you catch this rat and keep it, I am moving out. But at one point, we love-hate relationship with the rat. But no, my kind of favorite parts of living with Anna and getting to be her friend are just getting to be in the spaces that she creates. And Anna's our nester, is what we called her in college. And she has an excellent design and style. And your new home is going to be beautiful. I cannot wait till you get to play around with it. But the spaces that Anna creates are amazing. And when I moved out and, we all graduate college and go our separate ways, I remember wanting Anna to come over to my first apartment, and I was like, please help me, make this space nest. I need help nesting. And she, we would like move furniture around, and then she left. And I remember being like, oh, still doesn't feel right. And I realized over some time that it was the spaces that Anna created, and it was the decor and the lighting. Now I know exactly what kind of light bulbs to use, thanks to Anna. But it was Anna's presence that made those places and spaces so comforting and welcoming and inclusive. And each of your bedrooms holds such a significance to me in the times that we lived together. Whether we'd be crying over Rush in our first shared space together, or crying about graduating college and having to move away from each other in the last bedroom. The spaces that you create are just so important to me, and I think meaningful to lots of people in this room. And so for the two of you to be moving into a new home together, I can't wait to see the spaces that you create and the ways that you make it a home. But I'm more excited for the home that you'll have and find in each other, and can't wait to see and watch that blossom. So, love to you both. Congratulations.
Okay, we have 3 speakers left. Next up is Ashton Richardson.
My name's Ashton. I've been friends with Steven for 12 long years. When I first told us that we were having 10 toasts, I thought, how does that work? That's a lot of drinking. 10 toasts? I mean, do we have like a halftime halfway through? Do I just bring 2 drinks up? How does that work? The second thing I thought was, we're having 10 toasts and make it short and simple. So I came up with the ABCs of Steven and Anna. 3 things that I think essentially define them as a couple, at least in my mind. All right. So A stands for always losing something. These can be simple things: keys, phones, wallets, IDs, cars, all things that Stephen lost on a weekly basis. Is that? Daily. That's probably generous. Yeah, you're right. I had the pleasure of doing a class with Stephen in college, and required us to get scuba certified. And on the first day, they put your scuba suit on. You gotta do a circle through the pool, and we're all kind of circling, just real easy. I look down at the bottom of the pool in the middle, and Steven is down there, and he's lost his regulator. You know, the thing that goes on your mouth that allows you to breathe? Steven's lost it. He's just kind of floundering around down at the middle. He can truly lose anything, so watch it. And Anna, I really don't know why you're laughing. This is ABCs of Steven and Anna. So, we had the pleasure of hosting Anna when she came. She was doing classes in Atlanta. We had the pleasure of hosting her. We were going to dinner with some friends, and 20 minutes before we leave, Anna goes bolting out the door, going for a run, I think. I think we kind of lost track of time on that one, so Anna comes back in. Some people are a little sweatier than others when we get back in the car. We get halfway through the drive. Anna realizes her phone is dead. Just lost track of the charge of it. Maybe lost track of the charger itself. Then we get to dinner. We get through dinner, and we hear a gasp at the end of the table. Anna realizes she has skipped class. Or not skipped class, I guess that would be intentional. She missed class. Just totally forgot it was there. We all kind of looked at the table at that point and said, yeah, they're going to be perfect for this. So that's A. B stands for best friends and family anyone can ask for. And I don't mean they have the best friends and family, although I am pretty great. Anna's family seems nice. We got to meet them last time we were in Knoxville. They seem great. The Jenkins are here. They seem, okay. I'm just kidding. There's like 4 Jenkins in here that could fire me right now, so I won't go down like that. No, but they truly are the best friends and family that you could ask for. Everything they do, they truly put others ahead of themselves and always want to think about, hey, how are these people going to have a good time? We were literally just talking last night, Stephen, And you were saying, man, the biggest goal besides getting married, and obviously, is to know that everyone is going to have a good time. And I think you guys really exemplified that, both of you, in the relationship. C stands for Christ-centered relationship. Not only is it very important to you as individuals, but you truly have made that a core of your relationship. It's been truly inspirational to me, and I know lots and lots of other people in this room. You two have truly followed the two things we're called to as Christians, to love God and to love your neighbor, and you two have really exemplified that relationship. So, C was also going to stand for could be late for anything, but we covered that already. So. Cheers.
All right, great job, Ashton. All right, our second to last speaker, Bobby, come on up.
Steven. We've already talked about how you lose stuff. Sometimes you lose yourself, man. I wasn't there, but I don't know if you know the story or not, Anna, but one time Steven got lost at Disney World, and he's lucky to still be here and not be kidnapped by some homeless guy dressed as Donald Duck. Another thing about Steven is, I think this is the first time that I have seen him not wear something related to Tennessee. Okay? If you go in his room, you're gonna get possessed by Smokey or something. And okay, so the one last thing about this guy is his laugh. Okay, this guy puts Beavis and Butthead to shame. And Steven, if you were ever gonna break up with Anna, your one mistake was showing her Katara, because we weren't gonna let you break up with her. So, Steven, Katara, Anna, if there's one thing I could say is, don't let Steven use you, okay? Cheers.
Coming with the heat. All right. Well done. So to wrap us up, we have one last presenter. Neil, are you ready?
I am.
All right.
Never give a psychiatrist a microphone who's 3 drinks in. That's a joke. I'm 4 drinks in.
I gotta sit down for this one. Wow. Steve, oh my gosh, what a sacred evening. May I first give a shout out to Jesus? Where I work, you can't say the word Jesus, and so I'm digging. Can we just be yes, I'm loving that. It's not the universe, or it's I'm here for that. So, wow. 3 months ago. 3 months ago. Sorry, I don't cry a lot. 3 months ago, we lost somebody very near and dear to us. And Santa's grandfather. And it's my father. It's your father and your husband. I haven't cried for Jack until tonight. And I'll tell you why. The first stage of grief, I'm going to shrink. The first stage of grief is denial. And I just think I've been in denial about his loss. And he was his best. He was a very complex man. Your eulogy was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. He was a very, very complex man, a very passionate man. But he was his best at weddings. He was his best at weddings.
And I know he would want to be here. Mom and I have talked about that. Stephen, I don't know if you remember the first time you met Jack. We were at the farm. I'm sorry. I can get through this. We were at the farm. And he came up. And he gave you a hug. And he hugged you around the neck. And then he held your shoulders. You know where I'm going with this. And he looked at you, and he turned to the family and said, "He's a beast." True story. True story. And you have big shoulders, buddy. No, that's a metaphor, guys, okay? No, it just like, you guys are you're already crushing it. Like, you're that couple that I know you guys are going to be happy forever. You're never going to forsake each other. You're going to be there forever for each other. No? So, if Jack were there tomorrow night, are we having a band or like music? What? Okay, cool. So my father loved the spotlight. He did. He loved the spotlight. He lived for it. And so he would purposely get in front of the DJ or the lead singer, and he would sing every word and just dance crazy in hopes that he would get invited up on stage. It's true. And sometimes he would, and so the lead singer would sometimes hand him the microphone, and then the lead singer would try to get it back, and Dad would, no, the man would not give up the microphone. And one of his favorite singers was Little Richard. Now, if you're young, you may not have heard of Little Richard, okay? But Little Richard, back in the 60s, he's had some really incredible songs. I think Dad's favorite was Tutti Frutti. Y'all heard Tutti Frutti? Tutti Frutti, oh, Tutti Frutti. There we go. And so, I'm thinking like, gosh, if Dad were here tonight, he was so important to you, man. He was so important. Sometimes I got jealous. I'm like, hey, hello, I'm your son. But Sarah knows what I'm talking about. Anna could do no freaking wrong. I swear, it was incredible. So if Dad were here tonight, I have a couple of questions to ask both of you. If Dad were here tonight, would he want us to play it safe? Would he want us to be boring? Would he want us to be forgettable? No, he would not. So in thinking about this, it's like, okay, I'm going to channel my inner Jack right now. And so I can just imagine Jack, if he were sitting right here, he might just bring this bag, and it might just have a wig.
Oh, yes.
And Dad would put the wig on because Little Richard wore a wig.
Oh my gosh.
Little Richard wore a cape. So Dad would put this on. Okay, you're going to have to show me. It's like a kid says. You have to go up high, Coleman, all the way around and Velcro it. Up real high. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, God. And the last thing that Little Richard had was a boa. And so Jack would probably put the boa on. And if Jack got the microphone with a band, I'm kind of thinking that he would sing this song.
Oh, yes. Oh, my golly.
not the right one.
Tutti frutti, already. 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 Got a girl named Anna. She was a wedding planner. Got a girl named Anna. She was a wedding planner. She rocked to the west. She rocked to the east. She married a guy with a guy called the Beast. Tutti frutti, already. Tutti frutti, already. Woo, tutti frutti, already. Tutti frutti, already. Tutti frutti, already. Bop, bop, la, bop, bop, bamboo. Got a guy named Stephen. I heard he was a heathen. Got a guy named Stephen. Ain't no way he was a heathen. He's married a girl named Anna Davis. I heard they're gonna have a bunch of babies. Tutti frutti, already. Tutti frutti, already. Woo, tutti frutti, already. Tutti frutti, already. Already.
All right, to close us out, I'd love to invite Stephen and Anna if you would like to say anything. Yeah, go ahead. What's on your mind?
I have so much on my mind. Everything I've heard, I made a session with Neil to digest it all. Could take a little bit. I'm just so overwhelmed, and I think I can safely say that you are too. This has been so unbelievably sweet, and I just cherish so much chance for people who love us, who care for us, who go on the journey with us, and truly, I think that that's the joy, that we get to do this together, but together with the people who love and care for us so much. And I just feel so overwhelmingly blessed. I hope tonight's been a blessing for you too. Thank you all. All right, Logan. Is that it? All right, power down.